Good day, everybody. Today is Tuesday, and we continue our daily Psalms for Hope. Today we're looking at Psalm 89, and so get out your Bibles and let's look at this. We're only going to read a portion of this. We're going to start at verse 20 and go to about verse 37. But I do recommend that you read the first part of this because it's a wonderful way to praise God for all that He has done and is doing for you. And so basically, 1 through 13, 14, 16 is just about kind of praising Him for who He is. And so I highly recommend that you read it that way. At the beginning, but we're gonna focus on 20, where it talks about David a little bit. So it says, "I have found David, my servant, with my holy oil I have anointed him, so that my hand shall be established with him, my arm also shall strengthen him. The enemy shall not outwit him, the wicked shall not humble him. I will crush his foes before him and strike down those who hate him. My faithfulness and my steadfast love shall be with him, and in my name shall his horn be exalted. I will set his hand on the sea, his right hand on the rivers. He shall cry to me, 'You are my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation.' And I will make him the firstborn, the highest of the kings of the earth. My steadfast love I will keep for him forever, and my covenant will stand firm for him. I will establish his offspring forever, and his throne as the days of the heavens. If his children forsake my law and do not walk according to my rules, if they violate my statutes and do not keep my commandments, then I will punish their transgression with the rod and their iniquity with stripes. But I will not remove from him my steadfast love, or be false to my faithfulness. I will not violate my covenant, or alter the word that went forth from my lips. Once for all I have sworn by my holiness, I will not lie to David. His offspring shall endure forever, his throne as long as the sun before me. Like the moon, it shall be established forever, a faithful witness in the skies." So you have it transforming into a psalm where God is speaking about his servant David. And so he says, the part that struck me was he says in verses 30, starting at 30, he says, if his children forsake my law and do not walk according to my rules, if they violate my statutes, if they do not keep my commandments, then I will punish their transgression with the rod and their iniquity with stripes. But then so that's the law, right? That's what God does with injustice. He brings it to justice. His light shines on the darkness. And so that's what's going on in those few verses. But then he then says in verse 33, "But." And so the "but" is so key here, because the "but" transforms the law into the gospel. And the gospel is that I will not remove from him my steadfast love or be false to my faithfulness. I will not violate my covenant or alter the word that went forth from my lips. For once for all I have sworn by my holiness, I will not lie to David. God is just basically saying, I am not going to give up on the love that I have for those who come to me. I am not going to give up on offering forgiveness to those who trespass, to those who sin. And that is the greatest word of transition that there could ever be. You have sinned, but I remain steadfast and faithful to my word, and I forgive you. And what a great thing to ponder in the midst of our sinfulness, that the law exposes our sin. God does not let our sinfulness go unchecked. But he doesn't let it ride forever either. He forgives it. He has compassion on it. He loves. His steadfast love and faithfulness endures forever. He is not going to be false to his faithfulness. He will not violate his covenant. His covenant was when Jesus died on the cross. Jesus said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." And the entire sins of the entire world were forgiven. And at that moment, that covenant, those words will never be taken back. And so that's what we have on this Tuesday, is that no matter how sinful we get, we have the great but of, I am still faithful to you. And so, ponder that a little bit. Take to heart these verses 30 to 37, because it's really the transition from law to gospel is extraordinary in God's eyes, and it's all because of what Jesus did. And so, it is a wonderful thing that we have at our disposal as Christians. And so may God's peace rest on you today because of that very word and because of that very transition from law to gospel. See you the next time. May God's blessings be upon you.